Okay, we live. Okay, this is awkward occurrence for awkward and this is awkward occurrence for awkward entertainment. Okay, I just want to play a quick video. It's not quick. It's about 20 minutes long. But it's just me going through interviews with Harley Dilly's mom and just other ones and just talking about it. But let's start with this photo. Okay, this photo that's moving. I believe this is Harley Dilly's Facebook page. But you can see he has one eye covered by his hoodie. Then the other eye is open. Now, if you know anything about one eye symbolism, you would know what that would suggest. The one, how's it going, Groot? If you know anything about one eye symbolism, you would know what this would suggest. Cause this is Harley Dilly. This right here, this is him older. So this is his older photos, not when he was on YouTube as a younger preteen. And this, the Portland Clinton police did say stop spreading Facebook rumors about Harley Dilly. Whatever that means, whatever that's supposed to mean. Like Facebook rumors has nothing to do with them doing their job and looking for the team. But I'm just gonna play this video and let's get it started. The 14-year-old boy missing. Hold on. From Ohio. 14 or 13 now. He's a YouTuber. He has 2 channels on YouTube, Harley Dilly and Harley Dilly 2.0. He's been missing since December 20th. And there's really no evidence of where he has gone. 1 second. Police haven't really... Sometimes it does that, sometimes. Okay. Okay, let's get right into this. I ain't gonna try to... Okay, we're gonna get into the Harley Dilly case. That is the 14-year-old boy missing from Ohio. 14 or 13 now. He's a YouTuber. He has 2 channels on YouTube, Harley Dilly and Harley Dilly 2.0. He's been missing since December 20th. And there's really no evidence of where he has gone. And police haven't released anything to the public, no video. They released still images. So let's get into this. So I'm gonna read and catch people up to this. Now the title of this video is Port Clinton police say they need search for missing teen to continue uninterrupted. And they put that in quotations. I don't know what they mean by uninterrupted. It's very strange. A lot of these missing people stories, the family members are coming out against people on social media. Yeah, there is no evidence. Because the police said there was no evidence of him being abducted. Like, it's very weird. So the family member talking about... I'm going to continue the video. Bashed on social media. You had Shannon Watts' father and the public on camera asked the Congress and lawmakers to make laws against people on social media who talk about the cases. So one thing you will see on these national cases, one thing you will see this past year and this coming year are the families talking more about social media and them worrying about social media when they should be worrying about finding their loved one. Like it happened in the Peyton Houston case. I'm not sure how much social media they were talking about in Harley Bizarre case. Of course, the Harley Dilly case, you'll see the mom talking about social media. It's another case about a gay guy who was killed by a different guy in early 2019. I don't know that case, but they were talking about social media. There's a lot of people coming out against free speech on social media. All right. The last thing they should be worried about, let me get into this. While Port Clinton police say there is no new information they can share with the public about the search for missing 14-year-old Harley Dilly, they do ask the citizens to refrain from conducting independent searches for a few more days. This was January 5th. Dilly was last seen leaving school December 20th. Local, state, and federal police have been investigating his disappearance. However, they asked the citizens to give them a few more days to complete searches they need to accomplish before people begin searching for the teen on their own. Usually, citizens don't join search groups unless it's set up by the police. I know back in the 90s or early 2000s, there's always search groups that was set up by the police, and you can come volunteer with the police. Like, you never really see people on their own going out on their own and searching the woods, this and that on their own. It's always organized by the state. So I don't understand that remark they made. Okay, let's continue. I need the investigation to be allowed to continue uninterrupted. Authorities reiterate that they will continue to search for Dilly and recognize the community wants to help as well. And they're saying residents can help by sharing flyers in person and on social media. Here's the part that got me. Police also urge the community not to spread rumors or misinformation. Instead, if you have information about the case, contact the Port Clinton Police Department. Yeah, equal search is Tim Miller. The cases Tim Miller worked with was the Casey Anthony case. I don't think they ever found the body of Casey Anthony baby. You know, back then people were speculating the parents had something to do with that. Then Tim Miller was in the Hottie Bazaar case. That's who Shane drove around with. That's who Megan called on the phone and all that. So, equal search and Tim Miller. Like, when you got those two in a news event, a part of a news event, it's always something fishy. It's just always something fishy. Pardon me. That's very strange. Like, why would they mention people spreading rumors and misinformation on social media or just mention that at all? Like, that has nothing to do with them looking for the boy. Like, what tips they get may be from that tip line, that 419 tip line. I mean, they're not on social media looking for tips. Like, someone gonna say, hey, I saw him in Las Vegas. They're not gonna go to Las Vegas and look for him. I mean, they're just not. Like, they're not taking tips from people doing YouTube videos. Because most of us just report on it or we speculate what could have happened. Like, that's not a tip. If we're speculating what could have happened, we're not leaving you tips, police. Like, let's play this video. Maybe a few days ago. So let's just look over this. I'm looking for the interview the mom did. Okay, so the first video I couldn't get to play, so I had to cut the video and find a different source. But I'm gonna play this. So I'm gonna go to YouTube and get that interview.
Dilly from Port Clinton. As the national search continues for the teen, his community is coming together, hoping for the best. 13 ABC's Michaela Marshall pulling double duty tonight takes us to a candlelight vigil held in Harley's honor.
Harley Dilly's grandpa has a message for his grandson.
If you're out there and you're hearing this or seeing this, we all want your home. Your mom feels is in the deepest depression you've ever seen. She needs you to go at her and hug her like you used to. We miss you, son. Come home, please.
Reports from the media are there's been some discussion in that family. The police was called there a few times. And on Harley videos he do on YouTube, you can hear the parents having the usual apparent mom and dad spats. But it's still no telling why he left, where he could be, or what happened. Now somehow they say he left the school I suppose the school has cameras around it. I suppose anywhere he was walking, there were cameras along the way. So it's been since December 20th, and the authorities have released no video. Well, the authorities have video. You best believe the authorities have video, because they gave us those still images of video. So they have a lot more video than they're letting on.
Harley's safe return is what about 100 people prayed for at the Lakeview Park in Port Clinton Sunday evening.
As we light these candles, we hope that Harley sees us, that he hears us, that he knows that he has a safe place to return to.
Area pastors spoke to the crowd about how now is the time to hold on to faith.
I believe.
And I thought maybe he was doing that 48-hour challenge where kids get missing from home. It's some dangerous challenge going on where kids don't use their cell phone, no type of communication device, don't go home for 48 hours. So I don't know how real that challenge is or who's done it, but we're going to look into it. But it's been more than 48 hours, so it must be something else going on. I thought maybe he did the 48-hour get missing challenge to gain more views for his channel. But obviously it's been 2 weeks, going on 2 weeks. So it ain't that.
Harley's coming home. I believe it's going to happen.
The candlelight vigil had a pink theme in honor of Harley's favorite color.
How's it going with Purple Rain?
Oh,
Purple Raindrop?
14-year-old seemingly vanished.
I mean, I can't imagine. I really can't. I mean, it tears me up inside knowing that, if that was my child, I would not know what to feel.
Port Clinton police say there's no evidence Harley was abducted or injured. The search and the investigation are...
Okay, when they say there's no evidence he was abducted, so are they saying all the video they have, because they have video, they didn't see him getting into a car, nobody throwing him into a car? And did they see where he walked from? I mean, I know they're checking all the video they can from where he left the school. Such and so, checking all the routes. They should have been done with checking all the video by now. So they say there's no signs of abduction. That means, well, where did he walk to? No, whatever video evidence y'all have, where did he... Yeah, because I'm thinking they have more video evidence than they say. Like the media just seem lately to always put out less than what they have. Well, they know more than they tell us. Because the still images of him are from a video. But I haven't seen that video. They just released still images. So if they have that video, they have other videos. And I don't understand why they can't figure out where he went. Or why they haven't released a video of where he went. So, I mean, it's weird. There's cameras all over America now. Cameras everywhere. Like, you go then, police.
Ongoing. For now, the
How's it going, Rachel?
community is banding together with one goal.
That is to bring Harley home. Without questions, without speculation, without rumors and gossip.
Without questions, without speculation, without rumors and gossip. Why are y'all worried about who's speculating, doing rumors and gossip? And I'll go back to Shannon Watt's father, Frankie Rosette, who on TV, national TV, in front of millions of people, asked the government of the United States to make laws to pass against people who speculate in Facebook groups and whatnot. Like, that's 100% against free speech. And again, you got those sort of elements going on in this case. Them talking about social media. Let's listen to him again.
Banding together with one goal.
That is to bring Harley home. Without questions, without speculation, without rumors and gossip.
And you're going to have to bring him home with questions. Where you been? What happened? How it happened? When it happened? There's going to be rumors when you can clearly hear his parents arguing in the background. But not all couples argue. Not all parents argue like that. It's going to be speculation because the police got to speculate what happened and go off those speculations. People can talk online as much as they want.
We want him home.
Yes.
Right.
All are hoping Harley sees their effort and feels their support.
Come home. Your parents miss you. You know, we are all looking for you. You know, you're now part of our family. You know, you're our community. We want you to come home.
In Port Clinton, Michaela Marshall, 13 ABC, Action News.
Okay, let's get into the next video about this. Okay, now Harley Dilly was they did a story about him on live PDA&E, so they did a small short segment. But one of the interesting things was
Could Harley be in danger?
one of the interesting things was the detective saying they believe he was planning on meeting with someone. That's really about it.
It was 18 degrees. There's no underground whenever he left that morning. He's reported to be in thin sweatshirts with sweatpants, sneakers, and a thin fluffy coat. All that leads us to believe that he wasn't planning on being outside for an extended period of time, that he was going to meet with somebody that we haven't identified yet.
So he was describing what Harley was wearing and saying he had planned on meeting someone. That's what they believe. That's what they're speculating. Okay, now we see the police are speculating. And they're talking about social media not to speculate and spread rumors. Yeah, hypocrites. Anyway, they believe he was meeting with somebody. They don't know yet who it is. They haven't identified. Again, they don't have no video release of him walking. They are still images.
Let's take a good look at Harley. He's 14 years old, 4 foot 9 inches tall, 100 pounds, with brown hair and green eyes, and he wears glasses. If you have any information that might help locate Harley,
Let's go see his mom.
National Center for Missing and Exploited Children at 1-800-THE-LOST. That's 1-800-843-5678. This is a critical missing child case. If you've seen him, a special alert to our viewers in Ohio. If you've seen him or think you've seen him, please make that call to National Center or 911, please.
Okay, now this is Harley Dilly's mother pleading and talking about social media. So I believe this is a video she did on her Instagram or some other social media site. On their web page, I don't know what part 1 went to. I had it saved. So let's get right into part 2 and listen to what the mom is saying in this personal interview.
What I look like when I'm not taking my meds to help.
Oh, rewind.
Find me. You all want to see what I look like when I'm not taking my meds to help. You want to know what it's like to have a son missing. It hurts. It makes you feel like you can't go on, but you have to go on.
I don't understand why she's on social media crying. She was already on the news, did a couple news interviews, but I just don't understand this purpose of this.
You don't understand. You seriously don't know what it feels like. Stop bashing my family.
And she mentions this, stop bashing her family, which is again is something that shows up in the Chris Watts case. I think it showed up in Hottie Bazaar case. It showed up in Peyton Houston case, and many more. You're gonna see them talk about social media. Instead of talking about their son and sticking to the script about their son being missing, they go off the rail and worry about what people saying on social media. They let the police go off the rail and they worry about what people say on social media. Like, just do your job, police, and search. And you gotta worry about what people doing on social media. We are such monsters, really? Well, we don't have nothing to do with your son disappearing or wherever he went, whether he ran away, whatever the case is, whether he was abducted or ran away. Don't pause. Like, I don't agree with people like getting on social media, like maybe name calling her or like fat shaming her. But as far as if they want to say If they want to speculate about the case, that's cool. As far as like cyberbullying, that's something like different. But if you want to speculate and give your input, and like I'm starting to think maybe she has something to do with his disappearance. Like if the police say they don't think he was abducted, then where did he go? Like did he go home and just never came out the house? I mean, I'm just giving an example. No speculating, putting your idea or such and so, such and so. He's saying they have no evidence of him being abducted. And again, police aren't releasing all the video they have of him. So how are we the monsters?
I can't believe.
Didn't she lock his Naz? I know she locked him out of the house a few years ago. Didn't she lock him out the house and we the monsters? Like what?
That you would be like this to a family that's not got their son. He's my.
I don't understand. Like, why are they trolling social media? Like, social media has been out for a good 10 years. Like, the Facebook groups, YouTube, people doing YouTube, it's been out for a good 10 years. Maybe I haven't paid attention the past 10 years, but I've never noticed families, victims of family, or the family members getting on social media and complaining about what people say or what kind of videos they do. Like, I've never noticed that until last year. I mean,
I love him, and I want him home. Let him go if you have him. Let our family move on, please. Harley, if you see this, Mom loves you so much. I'm tired of holding on. I want you.
but this wasn't in the news, so I don't know who sees what. I don't know what's going on in that case. I don't.
Mom, I can't do this. I don't want to die again. Please, Harley, I need you. I want you home. I can't do this. I don't want to die again.
Okay.
Please, Harley.
What she mean by die again? She don't want to die again. I don't know. Maybe that's how she talks. Cause she don't want to hurt again.
I need you. I'm so tired of you, Earl. You people help me. You people are so cruel.
Oh Lord. Does she go back changing the script? Talking about people on social media again. Oh my gosh.
Think of him. I don't care what you think of me or my husband. Please, just.
Why are you even mentioning what people think of you or your husband? That has nothing to do with the case. Yeah, well, her mentioning what people think of her husband is trippy. But the Port Clinton police are asking for donations for the sheriff's office. Like they have a GoFundMe donation set up for the boy for finding him. Now I read an article they're asking for donations for themselves. And I'm reading the article and I'm thinking, well, don't taxpayers foot the bill to the police departments? Like, why would the police department themselves need money? And they have a lot of resources because they get the tax money. And I don't know how much federal funding they get, but it just amazed me that Port Clinton asked for money for themselves. But yeah, she shouldn't be worried about what people are saying about her husband and her. I mean, we heard the video of her and her husband arguing about a spilled drink or maybe some other stuff. Somebody said he came from a dysfunctional home. Well, you can hear the noise in the background. It was kind of dysfunctional, even though people say that's normal, but still kind of dysfunctional. People say online has nothing to do with the case, with him being missing. But in so many cases recently, people are so focused on what people do online.
Please, leave us alone if you're gonna be mean. Just look for him, please. I beg of you to please look for him. He is my son. He is a child. He is innocent. You guys can judge us when he comes.
be. I thought you said we were judging you. I think they may get free counseling resource, like through the police department, or just through the state. They may just get free counseling. And cause you know how in all shooting events at schools, they provide free counseling. And being like, discouraging them from engaging on social media. I mean, I guess discourage them from engaging like this, but I don't know. I don't know. Would I be on social media, looking at podcasts and reading Facebook comments if my child was missing? I mean, I don't know. I might be looking for clues through his YouTube channel and see who his YouTube friends are, his Facebook friends, and see if I can contact anybody who seems close in the area on Facebook and ask them about have you seen Harley? But I know I wouldn't be on Facebook or doing videos crying because somebody's talking about me and my husband or me and my wife having arguments. All right.
Please pray for us. I've never prayed so hard in my life. I don't believe that he was a runaway. I'm gonna say it. I don't care.
The thing is, the police say they don't believe he was abducted. So again, they have videos. So did he go back home? Did he ever leave home again? Like, is the mom involved somehow? That's what I'm thinking. Because if the police don't have video of him being abducted, but they have video, then something's fishy.
He's not a runaway. This is not like him. He does not do this stuff. He is a mama's boy.
I know the video sideways. I thought I edited it the correct way.
He has a routine.
Okay, that was. Let me get into it. Let me see.
Anthony Griffin.
I have
Okay, the police don't have
this stuff. He is a mama's boy.
Ready to travel with the freedom to discover and the confidence to explore? Trafalgar is the best way to travel.
The heartbroken
Hold on,
mother
should
waiting for her
straighten
missing
up.
son to walk back into her arms.
I have
Okay, now the still images. I don't know why they just didn't release the video. They released still grainy images that people can't see, like can't make anything out in. But let's see what the mom talking about in this video.
to get up every day and look in that room and he's not there.
For the first time since her son's disappearance, the mother of Harley Dilly is speaking on camera.
Today marks 2 weeks since the 14-year-old from Port Clinton went missing. News 5's Olivia Fecto talked to his mother, who says there are no words to describe what she and her family are going through.
The reward for information leading to Harley Dilly.
So the reward is up to $16,025.
To nearly $10,000. His mother is pleading for him to come home safe.
There's no
I mean, like Cindy Watts or Chris Watts. That's Shannon Watts. So it's Cindy Watts, Shannon Watts' mom.
words for any of this. I would never want anybody to go through this. I mean, somebody had to have seen something.
Inside her home on East 5th Street in Port Clinton, Heather Dilly has spent the last 14 days hoping her son Harley will come home to her. She's learning through experience. Investigations take time.
You see everything on TV, you watch all these crime shows, and you think, oh, that's never going to happen. You know,
Like I said in the video before, all them sayings at these school shootings, you get the interviews with the student to say, well, you don't think it's real until it happened to you. And she's using a similar line from those broadcasts when students were interviewed, and those awkward interviews from students.
they solve it in an hour.
I gotta look up Cindy Watts' interview. But like, if you ever notice in a lot of school shootings, on a lot of different events on mainstream media, they got that famous line of, Yeah, you don't know it's real until it happens to you. It's like, who thinks of that in all these events? It's like, who thinks to say that in all of these events? Now, that's one just reoccurring sentence. One reoccurring sentence in these events.
It doesn't take an hour to find out everything.
Port Clinton police say 14-year-old Harley was last seen Friday, December 20th, between 6 and 7 a.m. Heather, when was the last time you saw him? Was it that morning, Friday morning?
I didn't see him. I talked to him. There's a difference.
But that's all she can say.
So on Friday, she didn't say what time, but on Friday she talked to him. But I don't know who phone he was using. He had a phone. She didn't see him Friday. She talked to him on a live PD show. A&E did a live PD show. They featured Harley Dilly, and you'll see. They said his cell phone was broken. He got a cell phone from somebody else. It's just little details like that stick out. Well, she didn't see him. She talked to him.
She's worried Sharon.
So he did have another cell phone. Cause remember the PD report was his cell phone was broken, but he possibly got a cell phone from a friend. So he had some ways of communicating with her that morning.
More information could jeopardize an open investigation.
Just waiting for him to come home.
For now, she's pleading for her son's safe return.
I love you, Harley.
Hold on.
She's worried sharing more information could jeopardize.
How sharing more information could jeopardize anything? It's just odd again.
It's an open investigation.
Just waiting for him to come home.
For now, she...
Like this, how can you tell who that is? In that picture, how do you tell who that is? How do you tell where that is? Like, where did the camera come from? Like,
She's pleading for her son's safe return.
I love you, Harley. Please come home. Please, son. We need you. I don't believe that you...
well, her face is a little too red for me to tell if she's really crying. But I'm really not gonna question too much about if she's really crying tears here or not. I just noticed that, but.
But if you did, please, this isn't you.
She's asking her community to help look for her son and begging them to understand her pain.
People are contacting me saying my son's dead.
Who's contacting you saying your son's dead? Unless you're on social media and you're just skimming social media and reading social media posts. Because after 14 days, you would think he has passed away. He's been missing. But, like, come on.
Sweet, just pray for him and share. And please keep your eyes open. Somebody knows something. I mean, jeez, how can I...
If somebody knows something, that's the same line that was used. Peyton Houston mom said that. Shane Carey said that. Somebody knows something. That's same last two cases, same line.
Just disappear. Seriously.
In addition to surveillance video from Friday, December 20th, Port Clinton...
Yeah, we do have high definition videos of far away places in space, rovers and all satellites and all this. I'm like, come on, y'all. When they can send a message from here to the moon, like, come on.
Police are also asking the public to come forward with any video from Thursday, December 19th, between 3 p.m. and midnight. Reporting in Port Clinton, Olivia Fecto, News 5.
Okay, yeah, because that footage they use, that's something like the 1960s Apollo moon landing. But before I end this out, I'm just head over to, if I can, I'm going to head over to YouTube and show you this 48-hour challenge. It's kind of old. It's called a 48-hour missing challenge. And that's when kids go missing for 48 hours without contacting their parents. I don't know where you would hide at. I don't understand. This was like 10 months ago though. And FBE, I don't trust FBE. Now I went missing 48. I bring this up because I thought, well, maybe Harley is doing a 48-hour challenge, but he's been missing 2 weeks. I'm like, maybe he's doing a 48-hour challenge to get more views for his YouTube channel. And well, now it's been over 14 days, so that can't be it. So now I'm thinking, well, if the police say he wasn't abducted, like, did he go home? And is his parents involved in him being missing? It's just strange. Well, if he haven't been abducted, well, do you suspect his parents of foul play now? Or is he just hiding out at a friend house? I mean, it's very strange because he should have been home. He should have been called somebody. If he ran away from home, he should have been called, contact somebody. Went to another relative house. Now, if he was doing a challenge to get more views for his channel, he would have been home by now. It's very strange. All right, I see Armchair Detective went live, so I'm going to go check out Armchair Detective in a second. This is Harley in the one eye symbolism. Okay, this is Harley in his one eye symbolism with the one eye sticking out his coat. And that's the only picture I found interesting about it. And this is him older. And of course, you got Clinton police right here talking about don't spread rumors on Facebook. Like y'all not taking tips from Facebook to go look for missing people. So, I mean, they need to stay out of business. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. This is Awkward Occurrence for Awkward Entertainment, and I'll see you in the next video. I will be at Armchair Detective. I don't know if that's a live channel, but I'll be